What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Toy Shop Fab. Last video we were working on my 93 GMC pickup, and well, in case you missed it, we went ahead and plumbed in all our intercooler piping from our turbo over to our intercooler up there and back into our throttle body. Now I know this is a view from under the truck. That's because my little buggy is still sitting in here underneath. It's supposed to start storming pretty good here, so got the Mustang kind of pulled out over there. But in case you did miss my last video, make sure to go check it out, because I am doing a giveaway right now. And what I am giving away is a 24 karat gold plated ratchet. Thing's kind of cool, right? You don't even have to use the thing. You can just sit up on a display. You can put it up on your shop fridge, set it on the top of your toolbox somewhere, right? Or hey, somebody you know, you might want to give it to somebody you know. Whatever the case is, it is free. There is no purchase necessary to be entered into that giveaway. If you missed the last video, all you got to do is watch it, share it, and be subscribed to the channel, and then comment done. That's it. And I will be picking a winner of that ratchet when I get back from work, which should be around the first week of January. So make sure you get over there, check it out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, right? Definitely give a guy a thumbs up, though. You know, it helps out with the algorithm. Helps him grow, helps him get out there. So, but today's video is going to be something a little bit different. Now, I know there's a lot of guys out there who, they want to do the LS swap. They got an old pickup, old car or something. They can go down junkyard, grab an engine. But, you can buy an aftermarket fuel injection system if you want, plug it in there. They usually cost close to about $1,000. Or, hear me out, I've got a much cheaper solution for you. It'll definitely help you get your car on the road. Still run the LS system. And I want to tell you that roughly around $250. That's the ECU and the harness. Roughly $250. You can get it in your truck, your car, your project, your buggy, whatever it is you're building. You can get the thing fired up and moving under its own power. Now, you will have to find a tuner somewhere, or heck, if you're feeling ambitious, you can order the software and do it yourself. But what I'm going to show you right now is definitely going to get your project fired up and running. You can hear it run. Hear it idle, because that is definitely motivation right there. When you can hear something you've worked on run. So enough talking, let's show you what I got. So this is my 2003, actually it's a Gen 3. It's an all aluminum 5.3 that I picked up off Marketplace. Probably, I want to say around the $500-600 mark. Maybe a little bit cheaper. I don't 100% remember, but I know I jumped on it as soon as I saw it. It's an all aluminum 5.3. It is a 2003, which makes it a Gen 3. It came out of a Trailblazer. Let's get over here. Now, I've already done some work on it. That is a truck pan. It actually came off the engine that is in that truck, because if anybody knows what a Trailblazer pan looks like, it's pretty squared off. Doesn't really fit anything other than a Trailblazer. So I went ahead and just put the truck pan on there for right now. And if you know, the Trailblazer pans, the oil pickup is in the pan. So the block already had the provision for it. I went ahead and already just drilled the block out to accept the truck dipstick. It bolts up like it would in the factory positions. So that's all I had to do. The provision's already there. I just had to drill a hole out through it. But anyways, so 2003 Gen 3. I did have to piece it together with some parts I had laying around here. These are eBay fuel rails. I did buy this engine with fuel rails, but I cut them up doing my little machine and doing my decapped fuel injector test. So I didn't have them anymore. These are actually pretty cheap. They don't fit the intake all that great. Matter of fact, these brackets are supposed to bolt to the side of these rails and then bolt there. but you can see I had to turn it around and then just make little spacers. I have had this engine running already, so it does work. Holds everything down actually really tight. No fuel leaks. These are a set of eBay EV1 fuel injectors as well. But, yeah. All right, here's what I got. So, this is an eBay harness. The harness, I'll put a link to all this stuff in the description, but this harness was roughly about 110 bucks. Plugs in just like a factory harness would. It's got all the components for your injectors, your coil packs, cam sensor, crank sensor, plugs into your idle air control motor. There is your throttle position, air intake sensor, mass airflow sensor, but plugs in just like it would if it was in the truck. Lays out exactly like it would. There's your coolant temp. I've got one floating around right here. Here goes to your alternator. So that harness was really cool. It's about 110 bucks, maybe a little less, or roughly around there. Like I said, I will put a link to that in the description. And then this down here is a factory ECU. I also picked this up. See, it gets you in there. So you can see it is a factory one. I also picked that up off eBay. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. You may or may not be able to pick up the same one. This guy has a bunch of these on there, and he's already got a lot of the necessary stuff. That stuff you wouldn't need. It's deleted already, and VATS is deleted. So really cool. I bought it, the harness, the ECU, less than 250 bucks. Plugged it into this engine. I've got a makeshift fuel system right there. I put some eBay mufflers on the end of some eBay headers, in case you haven't, can't tell. I get a lot of my stuff off eBay, but anyways, plug everything in. It has the ground wire like it would on the factory up here next to our cam sensor. Main power to our fuse box goes right here to the starter. And then this little kit, like these wires are bundled. It has the what they do in the instructions right here. So pretty clear. This is just for under the dash. This skinny little red wire is the key on power for the fuse box that comes right here with the harness. So really all I had to do was just bolt and plug everything in like I had to. Run a couple wires from the ground, the harness ground, and the key on power. So you just hook it up like I normally would in a car, battery cables, all that stuff, just like it normally would be. And I'm actually using this guy right here. I did pick that up off eBay as well. It's called the V-Gate Scan. Yeah, I use it with the Torque app on my cell phone. I actually have it running right now. You guys saw the light. So I'm going to go ahead and hook up this little red power right here. Now, if I'm going to be quiet, so hopefully you can hear the little relays and stuff click. Let's see here. Oh, there you go. Idle air control motor was resetting. Fuel pump relays kicking on and off in there. Now I don't have the fuel pump hooked up to the fuse box. I just have straight powers running to the battery. So, but yeah, all the little relays kick on. Everything kind of resets itself on the engine. Now here I have the app running. So you can see here is the app. You got Excel right there. There's RPM, says 0. See the up here in the corner, everything's blue. That means it's connected. It says connected to ECU. Throttle position, there's speed, vacuum, coolant. You can see there it says 104. It's because I have had this engine running already. Let me see if I can keep you on there so you can see the throttle position. There you go. It's functioning with the throttle body on our engine. Believe it or not, this thing fired right up. Really cool. So I am going to put you guys in the stand here. We're going to fire it up so you can hear it run. I'll grab you, that way you can see the little gauges on the cell phone down there, reading off our Bluetooth. And truthfully, I mean, this is all really, really cost effective. Like I said, I was excited to do this. I bought it so I could show you guys. I'm actually going to be putting this whole setup for sale for somebody around here. So, but anyways, let's get you guys in the stand. See if I can bring this down. We'll fire it up, let it run for a minute, and I'll pull you off. You can see the gauges on our cell phone down there. All right, get you turned around, get you set up here in the stand. So it's all live, and I have had this thing running once already, so it should technically fire right up. But all right. Well, now it's an eBay fuel pump, so probably a tad noisy. There you go, here at prime. And hear this thing running. It is a little clacky. It's something I guess these things do, especially when they get a lot of miles on them. I think it's the lifters, so it might need a new set of lifters. But you guys hear it fire up, idle air control kicked it in the high idle. It's got a little bit of temperature in it, so it did bring it right back down. Here's our little gauge. So we're idling at about 905. Temperature is about 113. You can see the mass. Our map sensor, so there's vacuum. Yeah. Come on over here, you can see oil pressure. So it's got pretty good oil pressure. But it's neat. They can fire right up, like I said, ECU and harness for around 250 bucks. Gotta be careful sitting on this stand, but there you go. Clacking's starting to go away. Maybe it just needed to get the oil running through a little bit more, but this setup right here, you guys will get. You put it in your project, fire it up, move it around, hear it run, give you that motivation that you need. It's neat. Had to show you guys though. Sounds pretty good. Idles right down. Idling about, there you go, 810. Now we'll put, like I said, I'll put the link to this ECU in the description. That way you guys can check it out. Sells a bunch of different ones. This one's probably the most simple. The smallest harness, right, with just basic stuff that I needed. This is a drive-by cable throttle body, not drive-by wire. So, spare. And he has a bunch of different options. You can do the ECUs with transmission controls, drive-by cable, drive-by wire. You just have to answer a couple questions in his description. So, but like I said, I will put a link to this harness. I'll put a link to this ECU. And whatever else I can remember. You got maybe these headers here. Those headers, about 100 bucks. So, doing a cheap LS in your project is definitely possible. Using all this stuff right here. But anyway, so running pretty good. It says it's about 160 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead. Shut her off because 160 and a head that has no water in it might be a tad, just a little bit warmer. But let's see here. Put my hand on it. Oh yeah, she's a little warm, but she's not like super cooking. So definitely a neat setup, right? Someone can take something like this now and drop it in their project. Drive it around the block. Their buggy, drive it around the yard, right? Pull it in and out of the driveway. Pull it in and out of the shop, move it around. It doesn't have to sit there. because of something like your vehicle anti-theft, keeping you from starting it. So put a link to the ECU. I think it was roughly around 150 bucks, maybe a little more. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I do know that the harness and the ECU were around 250 bucks. And so you can go to a junkyard. We bought the engine for this truck for around 450 bucks complete, intake all the way down, so 450 if you guys can find them for that, or off marketplace. I think I paid 600 for this engine. Did have to put a little bit of money into it, but so let's just say 600, 250, so you know, $1,000, less than $1,000 to I mean, granted, there are some things you got to do. O2 sensors. You need, if it doesn't come with it, you got to do fuel pressure system or fuel system. Like this is using the eBay rails, but it's also using this pressure regulated fuel filter. Also off of eBay. So I only got one line from the filter to the rails. Then I got the pump just kind of sitting in our tank here. It goes to our filter, regulates the pressure inside. Here's the return back to my fuel jug there, and then just got the one going to the rail. So if you don't have two lines going all the way up, you can just run from the pump to the filter back. You put that anywhere on your frame rails, right? You're not stuck with the factory fuel rails. But anyways, as you guys can see, that's definitely well worth it. But hope this helps some of you guys out, right? Motivates you to get out there, get working on your project, have fun with it, do some research, you know, look around. So, but anyways, don't forget to go check out my last video. Don't forget to share it for a chance to win our 24 karat gold. Well, 24 gold plated ratchet, right? 24 karat gold plated ratchet. Go check out the last video. Make sure you share it. Make sure you are subscribed. Hit that thumbs up for me. It helps. So, but thank you guys. Hope this motivates you to get out there and work on your projects, right? Or even go find something. Get on Marketplace, find a car out somewhere, go to the junkyard, get this, have yourself a little, you know, whatever. Just have fun with it. Anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps some of you out. Let me know down below in the comments if this helps. I'll catch you guys later.